Hi, the phrase that we're going to have a look at here is we could do with a lot more something. So this means that whatever it is we're talking about would be good. It would be good to have this. So just an example question that we're using from part 3. What can the government do to improve transport in your country? Well, I think we could do with a lot more investment in the bus system or whatever we think of. So even though we're asking about the government, it means we can still use we. It's a natural way to talk about we as a country would benefit from that. We can also talk about ourselves personally, but we'll come on to that in a couple of minutes. So I think we could do with a lot more investment in the bus system. Every word clear, you say it. I think we could do with a lot more investment in the bus system. So it just means that this would be good, in my opinion. Say it again. I think we could do with a lot more investment in the bus system. So now let's have a look at some other things that we could that do. These things are all about the transport system, the question, but we're just showing that we can use different patterns. So I will say the ending, you say the whole expression, and then check with my answer. I will say it, so you speak in the gap. So number 1, this is the one we just looked at, investment in the bus system. I think we could do with a lot more investment in the bus system. Investment in the local train network. I think we could do with a lot more investment in the local train network. Investment in the road system. I think we could do with a lot more investment in the road system. But we can use this pattern much more widely than that. So talking about holidays, for example, I think we could do with a lot more holidays. You say it. Parks. I think we could do with a lot more parks. Places to play sports. I think we could do with a lot more places to play sports. Low-cost accommodation in big cities. I think we could do with a lot more low-cost accommodation in big cities. And notice that when we're saying this, we often not a hesitation, but it's just a slight pause between I think we could do with we could do with something. We could do with sorry, let me put a lot more with a lot more something. We could do with a lot more what? We could do with a lot more holidays, actually. So we tend to very small breath here before we come on to the thing that we're talking about. And this is one of the differences between speaking and writing, because you wouldn't do that if you were writing. So we say we, but we could also change it to I. I could do, what could I do with in my life? I could do with a lot more money, for example. I could do with true. I could do with a lot more free time. I could do with a lot more holidays, for example. So you think about those things, but you can also talk about um, um, my town. I think my hometown could do with a lot more car parks. It's always difficult to find somewhere to park. Or you might say my university could do with more. You don't have to say a lot. My university could do with more library places, or um, could do with larger dormitories. So the key bit is to use this could do with something. So think about how to use that in different situations. And we'll leave that here now. We'll stop that now.